Alright guys, so today we are taking a look at the brand new Flex case from Bullstrap. Now if you know anything about Bullstrap, you know that they always make that super nice full grain leather case. It used to always be one with an open bottom, then they came out with the Contemporary, which has that closed bottom but completely leather. But this one is a full grain leather and TPU case, so it's going to be a direct competitor to something like the Nomad Modern Leather case, which, by the way, this thing, in my opinion, miles ahead. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, on the box, this is pretty much a brand new style box from Bullstrap. Most of their other boxes would come with something like this. You would see it just like that, but nice new presentation from Bullstrap. Taking a look at the back, you just get this little sticker. It does have a little black sticker right there. This is the black case, and that's pretty much it. So you go ahead and kind of open it up like that, and you're greeted with this nice little velvet placeholder, and in here is your usual stuff. So you do get a little Enjoy Your Journey sticker, as well as your lifetime warranty card. So you can scan this, register it, and you get that amazing lifetime warranty from Bullstrap. So that's pretty much all you get there. And you take this felt card out, and here is our case, as well as the tag that you get that's on all Bullstrap cases. Just kind of, attached to the camera ring, remove it to make it official. So let's set all this fun stuff off to the side and take a look at the case. Now, like I said, full grain leather here on the back of this case, and it does have that same exact Bullstrap feel as all of their other leather cases, which, if you know anything about Bullstrap, and if you've seen my top 10, most recent top 10 video, I should say, the Bullstrap ranked pretty high on there, so definitely worth to check out. Now, the price on this one is $70, and links to it will be down in the description below. So, on the back, like I said, this very nice full grain leather, and you do get your full grain leather camera ring right here. On the inside, you get that very nice microfiber material. You do have your MagSafe ring here. It does say Bullstrap right there, along with some other information. And on the sides, you do get this TPU material that goes all the way around the case. That way it is there for that extra shock absorption. Now, let's go ahead and see real quick with our magnet paper, do we have an alignment magnet as well? And we do. We have both the MagSafe magnet, the alignment magnet, because on the inside, it just doesn't show it, but you put your handy magnet paper there and you see it just fine. So that's always nice to see, that alignment magnet. Now let's go ahead and weigh this thing, see how thick it is, and we'll actually compare it to the Bullstrap Sienna, just so you guys can see that real quick as well. Now we are in grams here, and dropping this one on, we're looking at 49 grams. And then to compare it to the Contemporary, just to see, here we're looking at 39 grams. So that TPU material does definitely add 10 grams of weight. However, you don't really feel the difference in weight too badly. This thing is fairly light for how protective it is. I really like that. So let's go ahead and bring over our caliper and take a look. Now from front to back, we are looking at 11.7 millimeters, whereas on the Contemporary, we are looking at 11.6. So almost the same thickness. And then from inside to outside, we are looking at 3.2 millimeters. And here we're looking at 2.3 millimeters. So it's definitely going to be a little bit thicker going from inside to outside, but that's that TPU material, and it is there for that better drop protection. So let's go ahead and take our black titanium 15 Pro Max. We'll slap it in here, and I'm expecting a good click. Very nice click onto the phone. Of course, that TPU material, it does definitely latch on to the sides of the phone, so you definitely don't have to worry about this thing coming off if you were to drop it. Now, speaking of the sides, let's go ahead and take a look at the top. Here is completely closed in. The left-hand side, you do have your action button, volume up and down, and the rest of it is closed in. Now, your buttons are a little bit recessed in there. It might be a little difficult to see on camera, but it does have like this little groove indent right there to where your buttons are. However, the buttons are nice and pronounced, and they are stainless steel. They're super clicky. Let's listen to how they sound real quick. Very, very nice clicky buttons. They absolutely knocked it out of the park with these buttons. This really reminds me of like the Phone Rebel buttons. I like the thickness of them. Let's actually take a look at the Contemporary here. If you see, the Contemporary is a little bit thinner, the buttons, as opposed to the Flex case, and I completely welcome that change. These buttons are amazing, very clicky. You definitely feel them when you want to click them, and they're just a pleasure to click. I really like those buttons. Moving along to the bottom, you do have your accurate microphone and speaker cutouts, as well as that USB Type-C port. Now let's go ahead and bring over our anchor cable. We'll see what kind of port we're looking at here. We are charging, and a pretty decent USB Type-C port. So most of your thicker head cables should definitely fit in here with no issues. And then going off to the right-hand side, you do have a lanyard loop down here, which this case does not come with a lanyard. That is something to note right there. And the rest of it is closed in with your power button here. So taking a look at how it fits onto the case, the sides are very stiff on here, super nice sides. The buttons are gonna have a little bit more give. That's expected, especially with TPU. And going all the way around, the bottom is nice and stiff, the top is nice and stiff. Now, how does this thing feel in the hand? And it's been really comfortable to hold. As soon as I saw that Bullstrap was coming out with a case that's very similar to the Nomad Modern Leather, I was a little bit worried because if you guys saw my Modern Leather review, the bottom of it is just extremely sharp. As soon as you grab it, it digs into your finger, and I was worried about this case having that. But in typical Bullstrap fashion, they went above and beyond, and this thing is very comfortable to hold. The sides don't really have any texture, but they're not slippery at all. You have a very nice grip with the case, and you don't really need that extra grip. Of course, it's always welcome. We'd always love to see that little bit of extra grip, but on a case like this, it's supposed to look really sleek and minimal, but also giving you that nice protection of the TPU. So the sides of it have not really been slippery at all, and when you hold it down at the bottom, it doesn't really dig into your finger. That is my biggest excitement about this case, is that the bottom they refined to such a good way that it doesn't just absolutely destroy your pinky like the Nomad does. So that's a very welcome feature right there. I'm someone who holds my phone like this, and some cases with that stiffer TPU bottom really dig into the pinky. This one does not. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at that MagSafe, and we'll bring over our Apple MagSafe wallet, attach it onto there. There is our MagSafe animation, and you do have to give it a little bit of motion in order for the leather to slip off. Now, leather on leather is always a little bit tricky. I don't want to fault the case too much for that because you do have to give it a little bit of pressure before it starts to slip. However, it is, for the most part, leather and fine woven wallet approved. So you shouldn't have too many issues when you slap your leather case onto here. You go ahead and put it in your pocket, your purse, or your sling bag. You should be good to go with that. And with our Apple MagSafe battery pack, attach that there. There's our animation. And, of course, you know, sit here, shake it. This case has pretty good MagSafe. Now they do use, and ooh, that was, I hit the case on the table. That little dent right there, no big deal. We're moving on. But it does come with those N52 magnets on here, and they are very good, especially with that alignment magnet there. The Apple MagSafe battery pack is not really moving at all. I really like to see that. You do have to definitely kind of struggle to take this off a little bit. And bringing over the 623 from Anker, let's see. This case has very good MagSafe strength. It is picking up the Anker 623 with no issues, and you do have to give it a little bit of a flick of the wrist for that to come off, and I really like to see that. It's definitely picking it up with no issues. And our 360-degree rotation test, you're sitting here on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, scrolling through TikTok, whatever you do, which, by the way, follow me on my socials. They are down in the description as well. But you have no issues clicking around anywhere on this case. And when you turn it to go into landscape mode, get on YouTube, watch your favorite Brian's Tech video, you can sit here, rewind, fast forward, whatever you're doing. This thing is not coming off of the base. It has excellent MagSafe strength. So you definitely don't have to worry about this falling off of your car mount when you're driving or your nightstand charger when you're sleeping. So that is always very, very nice to see. So this one is going to come in two different colors. It's going to come in this black color right here, as well as sienna. So this is not the flex case. Like I said, this is the contemporary case here, but these are the two colors that you are looking at with this case. So you do get some options for those of you that do like that black color or that like that nice brown sienna color. You get that choice of both of these. Now, another difference between the contemporary and the flex case is that the camera ring on here, they did make it like the original Bullstrap leather case. So on the Contemporary, it was a little bit thinner. On this one, it is a little bit thicker. And speaking of camera rings, let's see how that camera protection is looking. And you have a pretty decent camera bump right there. So you can set this down on most of your surfaces, but don't forget, this is full grain leather. It's gonna show some scratching. It's gonna show wear and tear. It's gonna get a nice patina. That is definitely something you want to remember. But you do have that bit of camera protection. And when it comes to that screen lip, let me give this a little wipe down. This is where that TPU really comes in handy. I am using a tempered glass screen protector that is full coverage. This case has no issues with it. And you do get a nice screen lip right there. So you can definitely set this down on pretty much any surface and you will be good to go, not have to worry about it scratching or anything like that. And the TPU around here is much more durable than the leather, so definitely when you set this down, it won't scuff up or create any scratches, anything like that, unless you kind of really slam it down or drop it. But that's where the TPU comes in again. You do get that nice drop protection with this. So all in all, for $70, do I recommend the Bullstrap Flex case? And the answer is yes. If you're looking for that really nice full grain leather, that minimal style and minimal design, but that protection around the sides and for the screen, not digging into your pinky, which is a huge plus for me, yeah, absolutely. Pick up the Bullstrap Flex case down below. The link is in the description, like I said. All in all, an excellent case, and I've really been enjoying using this. So let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comments below. Have you ever tried a Bullstrap case? I know there's a bunch of Bullstrap fans in my comment section. I really like the Contemporary. It has been in my top 10 and definitely worth its spot. This case is no worse than the Contemporary. Excellent case. They really checked off all the boxes. I definitely recommend it. So let me know. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And if you're interested in seeing my review for the Bullstrap Contemporary case, I'll leave that right there. But if you want to see that top 10 cases for the iPhone 15 Pro Max Part 2, I'll leave that right there.